In April 2024, Lagosians watched in shock as one of the city's iconic landmarks, the landmark beach resort, was demolished to make way for the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway project. The loss wasn't just a blow to the vibrant waterfront, it symbolizes the displacement of dreams, the upheaval of livelihood, and the erasure of a $30 million investment in just 6 hours. For many, it raises an emotional question: at what cost does progress come?
I didn't think I'd be in Africa, for a start. I thought I was going to be in Europe.
Landmark Africa, the owners of the once thriving beach resort, has since announced plans to relocate its Nigeria headquarters and expand operations across West Africa.
You know, I took a helicopter ride in 2008 and looked around Lagos for a piece of land to buy. I looked at the bustling business district of Victoria Island, looked at the growing sort of residential corridor of Lekki, and I thought to myself from the air, I looked at this area and I thought, what is this? There's an area completely undeveloped. There was nothing here. The roads were not here. None of these buildings were here. We landed the helicopter and I negotiated with the royal family at the time, and we reached a landing to buy this land, right?
The company's chief executive officer, Paul Onwuanibe, described the demolition as a devastating setback, both financially and emotionally, leading to an estimated $80 million loss.
We've sunk over $150 million in here, right? For a start, right? And that includes the land value. I would say that we're probably looking at something north of $250 million in enterprise value. This is the only family-centric entertainment beach in Lagos, full stop.
The demolition was carried out under the directive of the Minister of Works, David Umahi, who justified the action as necessary for clearing land for the Lagos-Calabar Highway. However, for Onwuanibe, the event was far more than a simple loss of property. It was the erasure of nearly 3 decades of work and vision. This was my life's work, 27 years of hunting, farming, and building, Onwuanibe lamented. 6 years ago, we borrowed $30 million to develop that beach. Half of that money went into infrastructure you couldn't even see, like underground drainage and fiber optic cables. The demolition wiped out 6 years of investment in 6 hours.
How is it that this was confusing a lot of people? How could you have gotten a permit to build, and then now you're getting a notice that they want to demolish it because of the coastal road?
Well, I'm not sure that's
a question for you.
You know,
right.
But let me try to put some context.
Yeah.
So we bought the site in 2008.
Right.
2007.
Right. That was before Barack Obama came into office.
Hey, that was before Barack Obama came into office. So it's a long time ago, 17 years.
Yeah.
And over the last 17 years, we've developed that site over stages and tried to provide what we believe is the biggest and the best, but certainly the most visited business, leisure, and lifestyle destination on the West African coast. This has taken time, a lot of money, a lot of effort, and a lot of people, right? You know, we have a staff strength of 3,500 to 4,000 people who have applied themselves. So these are real families. But even more importantly, quite a few years ago, I took my entire team to Dubai just to learn and understand how to put tourism projects like this together. And you know, we've seen the fruit of that labor. So I think that's important. Now, over the period of time, we've had several different developments. So we have sought planning consent, building permits, I think at 4 different times. Once in 2007 when we built the towers, and then when we built the event center, and then when we built our retail boulevard, and lastly when we built the Waterview apartments, which is currently going up. Yes, everybody's aware, and we have our ducks in a row, and I think yes, maybe there's some more conversations to be had.
Beyond financial losses, the demolition displaced over 1,000 direct employees and disrupted an ecosystem that supported thousands more. 50 small and medium enterprises operating within the resort premises were also affected, along with over 4,000 indirectly employed individuals. The ripple effect extended to countless families, many of whom depended on the bustling landmark beach for their livelihoods. In Nigeria, with a dependency ratio of 16, the number of people affected is unimaginable, Onwuanibe said. The guy parking cars on the street lost his job. The person selling sweet at the gate had no customer.
We get about 20,000 people within this ecosystem every single week. It's a mixed-use beach. We employ over 2,500 people here directly. Nigeria has some of the most entrepreneurial people in the world, some of the most hardworking and sincere, some of the happiest people. So, it's a joy to be here.
Hotels built outside landmarks that thrive on the 4.5 million annual visitors were affected. The abrupt nature of the demolition compounded the chaos. Businesses within the beach had no time to salvage their equipment or assets, leaving many owners scrambling to make sense of their losses. There were guests in the pool when Breeze, a facility within the beach, was being demolished. It was tragic, Onwuanibe recounted. The federal government's decision to compensate affected entities with 2.7 billion naira has been criticized as inadequate given the monumental losses incurred. For Landmark Africa, the challenge now is not just recovering from financial devastation, but also building trust and confidence. Despite the setback, Onwuanibe's resilience shines through. The company plans to establish a presence in 2 additional African countries, expand into 3 Nigerian states, and relocate its Nigerian headquarters out of Lagos. Onwuanibe also revealed that the crisis opened unexpected doors, with African leaders and Nigerian governors reaching out to offer support and opportunities. We have to diversify geographically, he said. I had calls from 3 African presidents during this crisis. They said, "Are you willing to come to a country like ours?" That's an opportunity itself. We are creating a West African footprint for tourism and leisure. Landmark Africa's story is a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between progress and preservation. While the Lagos-Calabar Highway promises economic benefit and connectivity, the loss of Landmark Beach underscores the human and economic cost of infrastructure development. At some stage, you have to accept it and move on. You either lie down and cry or get up and go, Onwuanibe said, emphasizing his determination to learn and grow from the experience. As Landmarks Africa looks to the future, the scars of the past remain a stark reminder of what was lost. The story of Landmarks Beach is not just about a demolition, it's about resilience, the cost of progress, and the hope of rebuilding. What are your thoughts on this? Should development projects prioritize existing investment and livelihood, or are sacrifice inevitable for progress? Share your thoughts below.
The Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road is aimed at connecting Nigeria's southern coastal line, stretching 700 kilometers. While inspecting the project, Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, expressed satisfaction with the commitment and professionalism displayed by the contractor handling the project. He said, contrary to speculations, the permanent structure of Landmark property was not affected by the road. At the diaspora land, Senator Umahi took time to explain the reason behind the rerouting of kilometer 13 and 16 in Onwuanibe axis.
Where you have the True Africa cables, you also have the MTN cables, and now coming from the ocean. And people darken council without knowledge. We did meetings with MTN, True Africa for more than 1 month. We did meetings with them. We x-rayed the route and they x-rayed their cables, and we saw the infringement, that we would cause going by the coastline. Was there any initial fear? No. Should we have gone to destroy people's properties even if they were empty, if there were no MTN cable and True Africa? The answer is no.
Despite being confronted with unexpected challenges, the contractor is poised to ensure that the project meets international standards.